Well, we still have a few new players this year, but we still have a lot of returners, and I think that our chemistry has built so much over the year, so that's really helped us play as one whole team.
I would definitely have to say that we're a balanced team, and yeah, we are young, but we do have some of our key players that have a year underneath their belt, and they're able to feel a little more relaxed on the court, which is nice. So I think getting that team chemistry and everyone kind of getting some experience from last year helps out a lot.
Flip really hasn't changed his coaching style from the past season to this season. I mean, it's always the same strategy pretty much. We really want to work on siding out and playing together.
We do have a new assistant coach, but Julia's been around her. That's kind of her setter, our setting, I guess, helps out with the setters and everything. But we have a lot of, Flip's never changed his philosophy since I've been here all 4 years. It's always been the same thing. We play a lot in practice. Not a whole lot of drills, but when we need him, he'll do them, and get after us when he needs to. So nothing different.
Our serve receive has been really good this year, and our serving has been really tough. And I think what we need to improve on is siding out a little better and really working on not letting up when we get ahead in the game. I started playing volleyball when I was in middle school, probably about 5th grade. And my aunt was a volleyball coach for a club team in Kansas City, so she really wanted me to get started in it, and so I started playing club and I really loved it, and eventually I quit basketball to be full-on volleyball, and I just ran off with it, loved it, decided to play college, and I love it.
I played volleyball when I was in 2nd grade, and I hated it because it wasn't enough, it was stand in your square, and so I just stopped playing volleyball and was focusing on basketball and softball. And then 8th grade came around and I kind of decided I'd do volleyball just to do a fall sport, and actually really liked it because it was a lot more than just stand in your square. You got to actually hit a ball and get excited about it. So that was, I think, there, and then I played some club out in Topeka, Kansas, and the girls there just kind of made me realize that that was my true love. I mean, I still love basketball, but I don't think volleyball, nothing could compare to the feeling that you get when you play volleyball.
I feel like my dad has always been a really strong person in my life, and he's always pushed me to do my best and perform at the highest level, so I think I really appreciate what he's done for me.
It's definitely my father. I mean, both my parents are, a big pusher, but my dad's always been the one that's always been, if I was pitching when I was little, he'd be my little catcher, and he's been my biggest inspiration, especially this year. He was diagnosed with cancer, and just seeing him fight through it made me realize that I can fight, just as well, and I think that's probably been my biggest motivational person throughout this whole process.
Funny story, actually, when I came on my visit, it was blizzarding, and so I didn't really get to visit the campus much. I took probably 10 steps on campus, and then the assistant at the time was like, well, let's turn around because it's snowing really hard, and I was like, okay. And when I had my coaches meeting, I really loved it. I loved the coaches, and I thought this was the right place for me. So that's why I chose Red.
I came on a visit my junior year of high school. I had gone to another school before that, or 2 schools before that, and it was just my dad and I. We came here, and it was a beautiful day, actually a week after Julia, and it was 80 degrees instead of a blizzard. And I got off campus and I called my mom and told her I wanted to do school here because it just felt right, and she thought I was crazy, that it was like, oh, it's just a, yeah, right, you need to figure it out first and think about it. But I just knew the second the coaches, everybody, the girls were super nice to me and everything, and it just felt right.
Flip has always been like a second dad to me. I mean, he is the epitome of a father through the good and the bad. And I think he's been a great role model for me also.
He's fun, he's a lot of fun. I mean, Julia said it too, he's like a father figure to every single one of us. I think that's the first thing that comes to our minds when people ask us about him. He's real laid back, and he's easy to, if you ever have a problem, you can go up to him and talk to him about it. I mean, we've had some problems since I've been here, and he's been the first person to been like, let's get this figured out. And I think a lot of coaches are not willing to help out as much as he is, and it's really cool that he steps up and takes that place for us.
Our fans have been great this season, and I hope that they can keep coming out and showing their support. I mean, it's awesome to see all the fans that come to the games, and we love it being loud in here, so keep them coming.